Friday night played out slightly differently for you than what you had in your plans. Give us your summation of how sort of it all went for you.
Yeah, obviously it was it's very unfortunate for Brett to get an injury like that, and he worked so hard to get back the first time, and so he's probably got a bit of a rehab journey on his hands again. But he's the ultimate professional. Like he'll tick all the boxes, and he'll get over what he needs to do, and he'll be back in no time, I'm sure.
How's the team sort of rallied around him? Have you sort of seen him since Friday night?
Yeah, some of the boys went into the hospital to see him, and he'll be in and around the environment in the coming weeks. But I think he's probably I think he's got a consult with a surgeon, so potentially some surgery there for him. And then when he's able to, he'll be back in the environment and getting his rehab underway.
Slotting into a first 5-year-old during a game like that, we know you've played a bit of rugby there, but how much of a difference was it at Super Rugby level in a season opener?
It wasn't as difficult as you might think. I think having Geordie outside you and Cam inside you is pretty handy, and it makes your job a heck of a lot easier. You just need to focus on what's in front of you and keep the team in the right areas of the field, and those other leaders around you sort of help bear the load a little bit.
How different are you as a sort of player, or in terms of the way you're sort of mentally preparing for these games a year on from, I guess, being called in under as a sort of injury cover player, now part of this squad? How's the past year sort of changed things for you?
Well, it's all growth. Like last year, sort of played 15 for the most part, and never really saw much time at 10. And this year's playing out a little bit differently, and that's cool too. But it's the growth in both positions that I'm most happy with. I think each week poses a new set of opportunities to get better, and each week brings new challenges. So yeah, just taking it week by week and not getting too ahead of myself. Just looking to grow wherever I can.
And I guess there is a number 10 jersey up for grabs for the next wee while. Is it something you're sort of targeting? You'd like to have that opportunity should it arise?
Yeah, I think it's an opportunity that excites me, and it's it's probably looking that I could spend some time there. I'm not sure, but if that be the case, then it's something I'm willing to step into and take the reins, I guess.
Yeah, how do you sort of approach that? Do you feel the responsibility of it, or does it pose as an exciting challenge for you?
No, I think it's exciting. You understand what's required of you and what the team needs you to be all over and doing, and the bottom line is it excites me, and I'm looking forward to this week and wherever I might be playing.
He talks about Cam and Geordie, but also having Josh and Fiji sort of featured very prominently in the game as a backline. Things seemed to click really well on Friday night. Yeah,
it did. That game opened up a bit, and the outsides are usually the beneficiaries of a game that sort of starts to open up and get a bit more free flowing. So yeah, it was good. Guys were in the right spots, and we were able to make use of the ball, I guess, and sort of get the ball to the space, and yeah, a few meat pies here and there.
Absolutely. Fiji, how's the team preparing for, I guess, everything that comes with the trip up there? A tough physical Drua team, and the conditions, I guess, as well.
Yeah, we've been making good use of the heat chamber down the corridor there. I think we're anticipating that it could be humid and warm, and what that might feel like, look like, sound like. It's exciting. I've never been to Fiji, so that's a new challenge in itself, and we're sort of preparing for all possibilities and all scenarios as best you can. So yeah.
There'll be a few guys there that had a pretty tough game a couple of seasons ago, I think. What's sort of the chatter around from the guys that have had those trips there about knowing what to do to win?
Yeah, I think it's a different Fijian team, and it's a different Hurricanes team. So it's a whole new set of variables, and we're going to control what we can and play the game that we want to play, and hopefully not let the external stuff sort of affect us too much.
And you mentioned Geordie at the start, but just tell us the impact he's had on yourself or on the back line since coming back. He featured prominently as well on Friday night.
Yeah, he did. He's obviously one of the best players in the world, and his communication and his experience is valuable, like you can't imagine, and he'll be massive this weekend too. So yeah, he's been awesome to have back in and around the environment. He's obviously one of our captains, so it's been great having him back.
And in terms of just, I guess, when you look back on Friday, is there areas of improvement you found as you sort of get ready for a big couple of weeks on the road?
Yeah, I think that we can cut out some of our errors, a few drop balls, and maybe a few kicks that sort of relieved the pressure off of them and got them out of trouble when we could have held the ball and continued to build pressure. So that's probably an area that we'll probably look to fine tune coming into this week. And I think it's probably ball and play, as exhausting as it might be, it's going to be something that's going to benefit us if we can nail it.
I was actually talking to a family friend of yours last year, and he was saying that during that period, it was like you would explain to everyone that you're just living your dream. Now, is it still you're living your dream, or do you feel like this is reality now and this is where you're meant to be?
Yeah, it is. It's the best job in the world. Honestly, it's different than what you envision it as a kid. Like the day-to-day is very different, but there's very few feelings that you're able to replicate, like running out of the cake tin. Like it's not, for me, there's no other experience like it. It's one of one, so yeah, it's pretty special.